buksan.
10 seconds. 5 seconds.
Running's not as fun as hitting.
Not one bit fun.
Prepare for battle.
Yeah. Okay.
This one is in the bag.
Oh,
Okay.
I saw a thing.
Huh? Good idea.
'Cause it was mine. Hitting stuff is fun.
Yep.
30 seconds.
You
You
go
go
first.
first.
After you.
After you.
Why there?
Who knows?
Now the battle begins.
What, it ain't started already? Guess we better.
Yep. When can I hit something?
Who's stopping you? After him! Out of my way! Yep,
Yep.
First blood.
Yep.
First blood! The end is set in motion.
I'll do legs this time.
Okay.
Let's go north!
No, south. I like this one.
You would!
Hit the road.
Ow!
Try again.
There we go again!
Where?
Me first! My turn!
There
Here
we go. Good idea.
Cause it was mine.
Is that a squirrel?
Come on!
Let me through.
Ow!
This way.
That away!
Radiant's courier is dead. Following orders.
Get going!
On it.
Let me!
No,
I'll do legs this time.
hey. Okay.
Hey!
He said hey.
My turn! I'll take that!
Me too.
Out of my way!
Hey.
I just had an idea!
So did I.
Good idea!
Cause it was mine. Willingly. You're not the master.
I'll take that.
Defend your bottom tower.
Don't get any big ideas!
Anyone? After you.
After you! Me first! You go first!
Yep.
Yep!
Yeah. Running's not as fun as hitting.
Not one bit fun!
You should have put that
I like this one! Ow! Double take!
on. Give it back.
Let's go north!
No, south. at something?
Who's stopping you?
Flight of fantasy.
Good idea.
Cause it was mine.
Oh,
Okay?
hit the road.
Ow!
Let me through.
Ow! The coin of the
Is that true?
Come on! Denied! Yep.
Yup.
You're very good!
You too. The ultimate sacrifice. I saw a thing.
Huh?
That's one down.
Nice counting!
Visibility.
This way.
That away!
Right there.
No!
Thanks. After you.
Thank you!
Double kill!
I'll do lights this time.
Okay.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Cause it was mine. Dead!
You know that all-important middle tower of yours? Yeah, it's in trouble.
Guess we better.
Yep.
Dire structures are fortified.
Hey, can we go?
I'm under attack!
Right there.
No!
Wake up.
Your bottom tower is under attack. Radiant just fortified. Hey, take a look at your bottom tower.
This time.
And I'll hurt!
Let me through.
Killing spree! Your bottom tower is under attack. Killing spree! Bottom
When
tower
can
is
I hit
useless.
something?
Who's stopping you?
This way.
That away!
Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
let me.
Help me! Good idea. My turn.
Yeah.
Go on. Hey, I was thinking.
Uh-oh.
Defend your middle tower.
Sort of thing.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Is that a squirrel?
Come on!
Running's not as fun as hitting.
Not one bit fun.
You should have put that
Let's go north!
Double kill.
Guess we better.
Yep.
You go first.
Hit the road.
Ow!
I'll take that.
Go for my master.
Me first. Ow!
How many levels is that?
One. Yep. Not ready.
Your top tower is under attack.
When can I hit something?
Visibility. You turned out to be.
Oh,
Okay.
why there?
Who knows?
After you.
After you.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Good idea.
Looks like the end. Radiant structures are fortified.
Yep.
Yup. Yeah.
Hey,
What
go!
the-
How'd that happen?
This way.
That's away.
Is that
Killing spree.
The coin of the realm.
Well, well, well. Enemy's middle tower is down. Dire just fortified.
Me first.
You
Go
go first.
first.
Let's go.
We got the goods.
Who's starting?
Once is not enough.
It's just as high as we can count.
Out of my way.
Hey.
Hey, you were on fire. Oh,
Hey.
guess we better. It's not time yet.
Running's not. But we can highlight.
My turn. One down.
Nice counting. Good idea.
Cause it was mine.
Let me through.
Ow!
You should Get it for the money.
Get going!
On it.
I'll do legs this time.
Okay.
Let's go north.
No, south.
Mine.
Selfish.
You realize your middle tower is under
Let
attack?
the road.
Generally, the other way around is better. On it!
I'll do legs this time.
Okay.
Your middle tower is under attack. You're right, Jax. They really should do something about that.
This way.
That away. Yep.
Look.
Your middle tower has fallen. Was that a plan?
My turn.
Not a good one.
Me first. Good idea.
Cause it was mine.
Illusion.
Guess we better.
Yep. Selfish. After you.
After you.
No, south. Let me through.
Ow!
Yep.
Yep.
Is that a squirrel?
You
You
go
go first.
first.
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay. Ow!
okay.
Hey!
Running's not as fun as hitting.
Not one bit fun.
Must be better. Smarter.
Nope.
He said hey! I'm your god too. Why there?
Who knows?
Good idea.
'Cause it was mine.
I saw a thing.
Huh? Out of my way!
Hey! Split the loot! When can I hit something?
Who's stopping you?
Invisibility.
Ow! Out of my way!
Hey!
Let's go north!
No, south! When can I hit?
Your bottom tower is under attack. Why does that tower even try?
Running's not as fun as hitting.
Don't find a fight.
This way.
That away.
Oh,
Okay. Good idea.
cause
Defend your
it's
top
mine.
tower. Radiant just fortified.
Good idea.
Because it was mine.
Your top tower is under attack. Where are the reinforcements? Yes, Jax, I know top tower was your favorite,
Right there.
but they don't
Oh
seem to.
no.
How many levels is that?
The acid test.
I saw
Radiant structures are fortified.
another one. Yeah.
Me first. I'll do that.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Is that a squirrel?
Come on.
Defend your middle tower.
You
You go
first.
first.
Guess we better.
Yep.
Hit the road.
Ow! After you. And another.
After you. Running's noisy.
Pay attention!
When can I hit something?
Dire just fortified.
Good idea.
Because it was mine. Yep.
Yup. Is that a squirrel?
Come on.
Why there?
Oh no.
No, hey.
There we go again.
Where?
Welcome
Hit
to
the
the secret
road.
shop.
Ow!
Yeah.
Destroy enemy's top tower? Hey, take a look at your bottom tower.
I saw a thing. Guess we better.
Yep.
Let me through.
Ow!
The coin of the realm.
I'll do legs this time.
Okay.
You go first.
Can we get a light? I like this part.
You would. Good idea.
'Cause it was mine.
Guess we better.
Yup.
Oh, that's nice.
Let's go north.
No,
Dire's
south.
courier has been killed.
I'll take that.
That's away. Out of my way. Oh, well, what do you know? Good idea.
'Cause it was mine. History.
Hey, I was thinking.
Uh-oh.
Let's go north.
No, south. Hit the road.
Ow!
Let me.
Help me!
After you.
After you.
Let me through.
Ow!
Oh,
Okay. My turn.
you shoot. There we go.
Go. Yep.
Yup. Running's not as fun as hitting.
Not one bit fun. I'll do legs this time.
Okay. Guess we better.
Yep. Guess we better.
Yup.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
When can I hit
Strange.
something?
It's
Who's
somehow
stopping
less
you?
pathetic in death.
Good idea.
Because it was mine.
Why there?
Who knows?
Dire structures are fortified.
Yeah.
You go first.
I saw a thing.
Huh? What's this do?
Let's find out. Is that a squirrel?
Come on!
This way.
That's
You shoot.
out of my way!
Hey. Yep.
Yep. Out!
Okay. Yeah. there?
Who knows?
Their son has fallen to the dire.
Good idea.
Because it was mine.
Big crew.
Ow!
But we can I just got smarter.
Nope.
Is that a squirrel?
Come on!
Let's go play.
Ow!
So, what are your feelings around having a top tower?
I'll do like double take!
Give it back. When can I hit something?
Who's stopping you? Yep.
Yup.
My turn.
Guess we better.
Yep.
Me first. When is noise when it's hitting?
One big one.
Where's the enemy middle tower? I know, Jax. I was just...
Assassination magic matches right.
Radiant structures are fortified.
A flight of fancy.
Pleased to meet you.
Likewise, I'm sure.
Defend your bottom tower.
Yep.
Yep.
Your top tower is under attack. Your bottom tower has fallen.
Good idea.
Okay, gonna learn that. Defend your top tower.
I saw a thing.
Your top tower has fallen. Your top tower is under attack. You know, Jax could take care of that.
We like competition.
Out of my way. Go on,
Your top tower is under attack.
we better.
Yep.
Yep.
Yup.
Out.
Okay.
Mine.
Sounds good.
Killing spree!
Running's noise, running.
Dominating!
One
Double kill!
Broiler. Let me through.
Ow!
Yep.
Yep.
Good idea.
'Cause it was mine.
I saw a thing.
Huh? I like this part.
Me too. You are. When can I hit something?
Who's stopping you? Out of my way!
Hey! You should have come down!
You're doing good!
You too!
Let's go north!
No, south!
Good idea!
'Cause it was mine.
You go first!
Guess we better.
Yep.
Hit the road.
Ow! Rita!
After you.
After you!
Hitting stuff is fun.
Spree! Double kill!
Get away!
Double kill!
Poison.
I'll do lace this time.
Okay.
It's not time yet!
It's not time yet.
Dire structures are fortified.
Oh,
Okay.
Your enemy will miss that little tower. You've destroyed the enemy's middle barracks. The enemy's middle barracks is falling.
is that a squirrel?
Come on! Beep! Yep!
Yup.
Let's go!
Yep.
Yep!
The enemy's top tower has fallen.
Good idea!
'Cause it was mine. Good idea.
'Cause it was mine!
The enemy's bottom tower just got condemned.
Gold for my master.
I'll take that.
It's good to be back.
Do I know you?
You go first.
Ought to take care of this fin, right?
Let's go north.
No, south.
Out of my way.
Hey.
Mate,
Don't do my thing.
I'll do legs this time.
Okay.
My turn.
Guess we better.
Yep.
I saw a thing.
Huh?
Yeah.
Killing spree! Rashawn's dead? Let that be a lesson to you?
No. Running's not as fun as hitting.
Not one bit fun.
Oh,
Okay.
can we? Why there?
Who knows?
Mega kill! Double kill! Killing spree! Killing spree! Double kill!
I just let you free.
Dominated! Triple kill! Radiant just fortified. Dire just fortified.
Roger. You?
Go this way.
That's right.
Wicked sick! Triple kill!
Ow.
Okay.
The enemy's middle tower is falling. The enemy's monster kill! Ultra kill! Goodbye, stupid
Tell us
barracks!
squander.
Yep.
Yup.
The enemy lost top bank. Ooh, I'd love to see the look on their faces. Godlike! Rampage!
You got that.
There goes the enemy's bottom barracks. You now have many. Rampage! Radiant victory! 5 seconds. It's Diane's turn. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Radiant's turn to ban. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Just who will die? What's Radiant's ban plan anyway? Ten seconds. 5 seconds.
Rude opening ban. Rude opening ban. We obviously know, when was that? I would say that was actually the old Liquid. They were first picking a lot on their team, and I know Zai actually got it first pick for him, but not in a long time.
This to me, though, is like the next evolution of opening bans, where instead of just targeting like meta heroes that get first two'd, you take away things that you don't want the enemy to have in a draft at all, and you just remove them from the composition.
And it makes them rethink, like, exactly. At the very beginning. I like that, yeah.
Who cares? Like, yeah, sure, we talk a lot about like Tree and Wisp and Gyro and A, but if all of these heroes are in the pool, then it's a lot more difficult to game plan properly. It's easier knowing, okay, they can't brood us. You know, like, this is just such an annoyance in the back of your mind. It's nice to get it out of the way from jump.
I think for me, this always just allows you to open up your mid pool. I think sometimes you're a little bit afraid, and you don't know what hero you want to pick some of the times, but then if brood's just out always, you can always just be like, you know, you can pick your Viper's mid, you can pick your Puck, your Invoker. I mean, it's not going to be like an Invoker, but you know what I mean. Like, you can open up with these heroes that you just get absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, also, fuck, I feel like when you look at two teams like this, banning out some of the things that are very in meta almost seems needless. It seems like they have already figured out so many of the solutions and they're able to execute upon it. So,
and it'll be cool to see which direction these teams go, because there's two different like theories on how to open. One is to just like kind of take your win condition, put it out there, like, you know, first two drows, the first two Gyro. Exactly. Or you pick something that's more versatile. You want to hide it so that you have that versatility versatility later in the draft. I think that's the direction both these teams will lean because their pools are so large. I love the Doom first pick from Vici. They're one of the few teams that's adept at playing it on multiple roles. They like it as the 3. They like it as the 4. I'm sure if they needed to, Paparazzi could play it as well.
They played it on the 5, I believe, in the qualifiers. They did.
Yep. Secret deny the Lich.
Yep. Just, I mean, it's a Lich. Super good lane secure. We see what this hero does. He just makes your draft a lot stronger versus all that physical damage. He hits so many boxes now because he also defends.
Right, you're playing against 2 heroes that have great steals offered.
And that hero.
Taking a more versatile pretty weird game for the hero, and that's
the response.
The real response, right? That's the traditional Drow counter. Although I don't know if it's as effective now that Drow has the arrow launking.
And versus a tree, honestly, I don't know. There's a lot of answers to Arc Ward now.
I agree, yeah. And I also like this is like what Secret almost identically drafted the other day, right?
Yeah.
And they had the Arc Ward and they had the Monkey King, but now I think you just told your lanes, right?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure you know Arc Warden's mid, and you know Monkey King's more than likely going to be safe unless they throw a wrench into the works.
With Kunkka banned, do you just replace it for Ori and just grab him something like a DK here? Because you still want him on that like initiating hero. I don't like something like a Viper because you're just playing into the Arc Warden's hands. You want something that gets on top.
Pick a melee. Yeah, I think you get some type of melee.
You think you have, like, even with the Monkey King there, like in lane swapping, you just think that Arc Warden's going to be middle, so you're okay with it? Or?
You could also perhaps quap under the circumstances. You don't have too much catch on the other enemy side, but
I think they got a little too much catch.
I want some beef.
You want some beef? Why not just take the Centaur then for Yang in the off lane?
I like the Centaur quite a bit.
And then you move the Doom to a support or something.
Yeah, I think Doom support does make sense here.
I think
I really feel like a 3-position Doom just rushing armor items, or even just like Blink BKB. That sounds really good in this game because if you just initiate on Arc Ward and Doom the MK.
Team fight control, very good versus. Is it?
I think that's an Ori.
I thought it was good for Monkey King, but
that's an Ori puck, right?
That's what I'm thinking too. I'm thinking that's for the lane, and that's now they can actually get on top of these heroes. They can look for the Monkey King as well, hunting with him. You get orb vision as well in the trees, all that kind of stuff. It's nice, and this also is what allows the Drow Ranger to play a little bit safer because you have this puck kind of covering your back.
I didn't see it coming, but I like it now that I look at it. Like I said, right? It's these 2 teams. Like, it's hard to call.
It's like Quap, but better, right? Because Quap would suffer from a lack of survivability. Puck kind of has that all built in, and it provides the same. It's actually more damage because you get the damage, talent, and phase shift attack at a point. He'll probably build a Deso, as I've seen Ori do in the past.
Most of them, yeah.
And it's so much damage output. You also, again, you don't want to pick a hero mid that can get killed, right? Because the Shaker rotations are a big threat, whether it's Arc Warden or Monkey King mid. Puck has no real fear of a rotation from Yap.
I really do like that Centaur.
I like it for both teams. You're against the Doom, really good. And you have Yang. I would say Yang is the best Centaur in the world, probably of all time. I don't know.
Yeah, Yang definitely. Yeah, I would agree. I think JT had a beastly performance yesterday, but yeah, Yang plays it super well. I think it just fits the lineup so well because you're versus Monkey King, you stampede, you can run out, or you can run in to start the fight. Same thing on the opposing side where you get on top of the Drow Ranger.
It's also just cool watching. I feel like the drafting it's similar to like Liquid Alliance, and like you sort of see to innovate. Do you find it weird that Zai's heroes left for last?
I do, because you normally do sacrifice. I mean, you don't want to be sacrificing your overall last hero.
Unless they switch, who's playing what, which, I mean...
The Zai Arc Warden, oh my God.
Zai Earthshaker, I think you could still... I don't think it's likely, but I think
then you'd be last picking a support. But yeah, last picking a sword hero definitely sounds a lot more reasonable.
I love a Centaur pick here. As you said, just get on top of this Arc Warden, the Lich, like all of these secret heroes. They actually have nothing to frontline for them. They're dependent on getting initiations on their terms. If you take that away from them as Vici, you can just run them over.
Oh, that's actually a really good point. Secret's frontline is very weak.
Vici's just incredibly powerful, just looking at their opening, too.
And they get
the beef boy.
So that's the tanky boy. That's the one to kind of break combos too. Earthshaker, you get a good combo. You just ult, get able to shield and protect people. Ways to bail your Drow in case the Monkey King does get on top of you too. And we have seen that Aghanims build become pretty popular on the Abaddon too. I feel like in the mid game, it could be pretty.
effectively all of their playmaking throughout the early game. They'll certainly scale. Their Roche taking is very quick. Just a question, how does Secret address this?
How does Abba versus Monkey King like go in lane? Because right, you obviously get the stacks up, but you get the silence and slow with the support. Is it pretty like it just depends?
Especially with the Lich. Like, Lich is so good against the Batten because you shield off the initial tick of the shield and then it's just reapplied.
Gotcha.
Monkey King, I'm sure goes oof here. And you just smack him out of the lane. Yeah, because it's most certainly a monkey safe. You want him against these melee heroes.
But we did mention the possibility of that aggro tri-lane, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So I do think that your Doom, you get that Ice Ogre, you get the Alpha Wolf, either one of them, your tri-lane just becomes infinitely stronger.
If there's anything to learn from the earlier series regarding Doom, it's that Doom and tri-lanes with Ice Armor is broken.
Yeah, it just breaks the lane.
With a tree, like you cannot beat these heroes when they're all walking around with +4 armor each, but specifically like the 30% move slow, like that's absurd.
And attack slow, like it actually is just multiple good things.
Especially against Monkey King, we saw that early in the tournament. Can't remember the match. Now it's just what does Secret go for you? You grab someone to pick up the pace. You'd love a hero that picks aura items, but Underlord seems real underwhelming in this spot. Same with the Darkseer, although I feel like that could be a possibility just for the big combo potential.
Ooh, that's a hero. That's what, as you said, right? Like we've seen this hero a bit, but we've really only seen Ice play it.
But this is Initiator. This is the front line, which they were lacking. I feel like Earthshaker, whenever you see this hero, you're like, you don't want him to be the Initiator. Same kind of thing for Monkey King. Clockwork allows you and provides you that, and this is a way to get on top of Drow Ranger. Drow can gust you out, though.
So much pressure, though, on Yapzor and Zai to make plays.
Yes.
Because if you look at this Veach lineup, in an even game, in a 5-on-5 fight, they just represent so much more damage. Secret have to just outplay them throughout the game to win this.
All right, well, throughout the entirety of this tournament, these two teams have been put into a tier of their very own, but nobody cares about that real estate. It's time to figure out who the best of these two squads really is.
The best of the best for our upper bracket final. Vici Gaming versus Team Secret. And I don't think either one of us is too surprised to see these teams here. One side we got Vici Gaming, whose teamwork has been impeccable, and then Secret, individual skill and drafting. That can take you a long way. Do you have a favorite here, Senrin?
I think Secret also has teamwork. I just want to get that out there. I don't think it's just 5 individuals pressing some buttons. You know, that doesn't really get you very far in Dota nowadays.
Would you say Vici Gaming also has individual skill?
I think so.
They're pretty good at Dota, yeah.
Yeah, most of them. 5 of them. RTK probably fallen off a little bit on his later days. yeah. I mean, these are some of the best players in the world, just on every position, really, in both of these teams. And a lot today is going to come down to strategy, as it always does. But I would say, so far in this tournament, the most impressive team for me draft-wise has probably been Secret overall. They've managed to find this really nice balance in their strategy between having strong lanes, team fight, initiation, and a way of killing Roshan. And this draft, to me, is no different, really. It feels like things are just solved, right, for them as far as how they want to play. Now, the question is if this Vici lineup can bring it to them.
It definitely feels like they have identified the win condition. It's Drow Ranger lineup, so we're going to counter that with the Arc Warden. Yep. We've got a nice initiating tool, which is what the panel said was missing with that last pick Clockwork. Good team fight all around. While Vici Gaming, for me anyway, it looks like they're going to have to hit that mid game really hard. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, for sure. The Vici Gaming lineup really peaks when Drow is fully online. And I'm not talking 6 slots. I'm talking, when she has that first real damage item, whether it's a butterfly or something like that. You have the protection of Treant, you have the protection of Abaddon, and you have a lineup that naturally wants to group up and use these teamfight abilities and have auras, I'm assuming, on either Doom or Abaddon as well. Maybe both even could buy auras. I think both Crimson Guard and Pipe look nice against the Secret strat, so we'll see if they split it evenly between PYW and Yang, or if they do stack them on both on the same hero.
Want to see our mid matchup, Ori. He has really impressed me this tournament, man. And he's been impressing me for the last 2 years as a player who just seems to get better every year and has been one of the top performing mid laners. See how he does against Nisha's Arc War. And bottom lane, we're already going to have a first blood, though. Eurus does manage to pick it up on Puppey as the aggro Dro tri-lane catches Secret off guards.
That is a very nasty lane. You have 2 big boys in front, and you have the Drow with the Frost Arrows in the back. Might even see Drow go for, I'm guessing, the 2-0-1 build, so you just have that more in the way of the slow, so Doom can stay on top of targets. And yeah, I'm curious to see what Secret are going to do to solve this. We're doing a little bit of courier snipe here from Yapsor onto Yang's courier, as he has now been joined by Puppey in the top lane, so it will be a 3v1 there as they've swapped, or rather they've placed Zai alone down here. He's just chilling, getting hit. Looked like he was AFK, I promise you it's on purpose.
Trying to hold that creep equilibrium back as much as possible. And they do get the matchup they wanted, right? They on the Secret side, they want that Monkey King versus the Abaddon.
Yeah.
Certainly not against the Dro Ranger.
And if you do have a hero in a 1v3, Clockwork, one of the better ones, the hero does a lot with levels and doesn't necessarily need many items to perform his job in this game. That's also why it's a great pick for Zai with this team often. Ori, he might have to jaunt here. Oh,
he's going to try and waiting rip to the other side of that fissure, and that's good enough. He jumped to his orb. He'd be in no man's land for quite some time. They're going to try and block out that double damage rune. He dodges the Spark Wraith and does manage to pick up the DD. Yapsor harasses him a bit, but against that extra physical damage, he'll back away.
Who harasses who?
That certainly
it's like 50 damage for 300. Not exactly. Yeah, it's not my idea of harassment. It's usually the person getting harassed is the one who gets the worst trade.
Yeah, it's funny how those situations is just about like kind of who breaks first, who actually mans down. And of course, it's going to be the double damage. That's the difference maker. Zai, as you said, just trying to soak what he can. What do you think about this build? I've seen a lot of Clockworks going only like 2 levels of Battery Assault and higher levels of Rocket Flare. In fact, maxing that first usually.
It depends what your job is in the game. If you're having a really good game, I think the Battery Assault probably still is the go-to build for the solo kill potential. But if you look at this game, it's not really likely that Zai can stay on top of targets very long. Puck will get away, Abaddon will get away. You're going to dive by a 4-step on the Drow Ranger. Oh, nice shift there coming in from Ori.
Yeah.
So what I think he's going to do, he might do that 2-1-4 build in this game specifically to push lanes, right?
Yep.
Push out waves. You find more farm as well with Clockwork that way. It will help you scale a bit better in the mid game.
I've seen these Clockworks do this quite a lot. The whole just like his mid laner hits him up. Hey, he's about to pop a healing salve, and you just throw a Rocket Flare over there. The surprise damage catches them off guard and could change the trajectory of how that mid lane matchup goes. Eurus going to be chased here by Matumba Man with the extra Frost Shield to be able to slow him down. They're going to turn to multi-shot Matumba Man, but he's tanky enough. He's going to be able to survive through this, and with the helping hand of Yapsor, they're going to be able to get the kill on the carry. Trading away their support, though. DY hopes to get a little damage onto Yapsor. Vici Gaming a little bit more limited, just the fact that they do have 2 melee supports with no clear stun between the 2 of them.
And now with this little bit of a switch up, the Abaddon versus Clockwork lane, you're feeling very happy as Abaddon in that, especially with the head start that you've got. You're 18-8 against an 8-1 Clockwork. You're going to just get those 4 hits in. Clock can't fight you at all, especially if you don't max Battery Assault. How are you ever supposed to stand a chance in this lane? Yang with a full level advantage right now and a little bit extra.
And the Monkey King lane is a lot different once he hits that 2nd level of Jingo Mastery, right?
Yeah.
It's a big difference in damage and lifesteal. So against these melee heroes, he's going to fare a little bit better. As you can see, DY force back.
I love this from Eurus. Very rare to see a Gust skilled this early. I'm a huge fan of this spell in lane against these kind of lineups. You have 3 melee heroes on Secret's lineup that kind of want to come in close, and you just you're covering yourself very well. It's kind of identifying, okay, we're not in this lane to kill heroes. We want to farm and stay afloat. And we know that if Monkey King doesn't snowball out of control, we'll get him later.
Battle over the bounty runes. Matava Man, he's going to cheat a little bit. He's going to be able to hop down from the trees and join his supports, making it a 2v3, going the way of Secret.
Some of the voice lines in the game always. It's like you could play this game for thousands upon thousands upon thousands of hours, and there's still some voice lines that you feel like you've never heard before.
Yeah, sometimes you just get like a hero-ally combination that you haven't heard in a while, and all of a sudden some voice line sneaks in.
Monkey King's great. Oh, great hero. So what was the run trade? Was it 2 for 2?
I think so. So we had Eurus managed to get the one on the left, and then Yang obviously getting one at the bottom lane. We're going to max out battery assault for Zai here, maybe because of that one matchup, but with Yang already having his level 6, certainly not going to be getting a solo kill in that lane anytime soon. 6-minute runes are coming up. Ori would like to make his rotation, but YapzOr, he has been constantly around this mid lane, throwing fissures, denying runes.
Yeah, I think that's something that YapzOr does exceptionally well. Is I think a lot of players lately or in the last year have kind of transitioned a lot more into stable laning as position 4 to get those levels. YapzOr is very good at rune control, and it makes a big difference in these killer matchups.
Oh, the waiting rift forward or backwards, but the stun lasts too long. YapzOr once again proving to be very impactful in this mid lane, and he doesn't really need to help on his side lanes too much, because this is, part of the YapzOr-Zai relationship is that Zai is willing to take a little bit more of a step back in the laning phase sometimes.
And he's gone for a very defensive build. Oh, well, aggressive. Depends how you look at it with the 2 bracers. DY. Up he's going to pull in Euros to make sure that they get the Jingu stacks off against Gust.
Bounty strike.
That was a great decision. Good counterplay, though.
This is a really sick one. If they can actually bring down both these heroes, the Monkey King trying to get away from the pup, but just won't be able to do so. The multi-shot comes down to slow down Puppy as well. A double kill for Eurus.
Perfect timing on Ori's respawn to be able to connect on that play. PYW will die in mid lane. Zai coming in with a hook shot, showing off that fish level 6. This is the one hero in the game he's really good against right now, and arguably Treant can be struggling against Clockwork as well. So we were talking about maybe the 2-1-4 build with the perspective of the heroes he doesn't do particularly well against, but if you play to your strengths, you can definitely max battery assault. I'd still say it's the default build, but the other one has been picked up sometimes. I mean, we're talking about it like this hero never gets picked, lol. But
Yeah, I was quite surprised when he was trending at this tournament. He's been picked, probably 4 or 5 times. Not a massive amount, but
for Clockwork, that's a infinite % increase in pick rate. So that's great.
Certainly.
It's cool. Love the hero.
Another change up in the build, and this one we're actually going to see in the game. The Arc Wardens, who are playing much more like a mid-game hero with this maxed out Wraith Band, Treads build,
high level, and you have 2 fluxes, you have all the spark wraiths and fights, and then you have all these stats to just right click with. I feel like for this meta, this is how you should play this hero almost every game. Just get involved, fight. You're even decent at taking towers because you kind of have a built-in DD rune whenever you use your ult. So, nice.
Once again, he does have an orb up, but it's not going to be there fast enough. Yang not there to save the day, and is going to be forced back. Still holding on to a point of his ultimate, just in case he can pop it at a better time.
YapzOr has been on point this game. He's basically played, there is no such thing as a perfect game, but it's pretty close what he's done so far. He's found multiple kills on the puck. He's assisted his top lane. He is rune controlled. Don't think he's missed a single spell at all. It's all just been perfect pretty much from him. So really good stuff. That's what you want to see out of him if you're a Secret fan. And of course, when he plays that shaker, he feels very comfortable. One of his absolute all-time bests.
And it helps the fact that Vici Gaming have 2 supports that really don't have the same kind of roaming impact.
Yeah.
Nor can they really directly threaten the Earthshaker too much. So he's just kind of been free to move around. Secret simultaneously are having fine lanes. The Monkey King is top net worth right now, and Zai is still getting the levels he needs. Even if he's a little bit lower on net worth, as you said, it's really the experience that matters.
Yep. Something that's kind of nice about this Clockwork hero is if you have a lane that you just need somebody parked in, Clockwork is one of the better heroes at just sitting there. He's naturally tanky. He has an escape tool in the hookshot if he needs to. He has cogs. He's super good to TP in to turn around for. If he doesn't die in an instant burst, he has so much turnaround potential once cooldowns are used. And on top of that, guess what? If there's a play on the other side of the map, you're one of the fastest connectors. You TP, you have that massive range hookshot to join fights while still defending that safe lane tower. I think this is something in this tournament that teams have not been doing well enough, is defending their safe lane tower. A lot of the teams have kind of been giving it up, you know. To me, it's a thing of old. You should defend every tower you can nowadays. And yeah, it's something that a team like Secret will definitely put emphasis on, holding all their towers as much as possible.
Yeah, I really agree with that. The safe lane tower feels particularly impactful now. Hold up, Eurus going to be in trouble here as Creep Wave does approach, help saving him from that flux damage. And with the TP should be fine. PYW is going to come back in, but with the Tempest double still up, my friend, you can't really challenge Nisha. Again, the 4 Wraithband build plus the treads is very dangerous. Matumman actually getting a kill on Ori there in that top lane engagement. Yaps are not even having to use the Echo Slam, so it looks like they got that kill relatively for free.
Now that the siege creep waves are out, the shrines, or the outposts, sorry, have already been taken. We're going to see some aggressive movement here from Vici Gaming. They bring down Treant to join Yang in trying to take this tier 1 tower. Zai is doing what he can. He's not getting too much help right now. I think Puppy might have TP on cooldown after getting engaged on by the puck up top.
Yeah, he's booking it right now. And might be there in time for the last remnants of the tower. No, it doesn't look like he's given up on it. In the meantime, Secret do get a decent little pressure on mid lane, but the real scary part is Vici Gaming have a tower advantage over you, and they do have that tree protector, and that's just going to build.
And they're not going to give up this top tower. I'm pretty certain that they will reinforce this. There's already a TP now from Treant. One of the biggest benefits of this hero, outside of the fact that he has living armor for the tree, he's really good for the tower. He's really good just pushing out waves safely. He's press Q, hide in trees.
I think we saw like Liquid use him really effectively with Taiga. Like every single time he picks up a Meteor Hammer, he's just planted in whatever lane the team doesn't want to play in, and he'll stop pushes, he'll defend towers nonstop, and then he can still rotate in. Zai, as you said, trying to do that, but unfortunately got a little over pushed with an Abaddon. The reason Secret's probably bleeding out a little bit of objectives here is just because their timing is going to come with that big initiating tool. Ori, meanwhile, is going to be able to find long-range initiation onto the Monkey King. They're going to make sure he's going to have a Wukong command. PYW fully commits there, using the Doom as well, just to make sure. But a hook shot now lined up between the two of them with a chain frost. Oh no, it bounced over to the puck. It doesn't matter though. They've got more than enough damage thanks to Nisha and his Tempest double Arc Warden.
There's that Clockwork factor. If you fight a team next to their tower, it's so easy for him to connect. It almost feels like Disruptor in that way that, sure, you got a kill, but can you get back out? The reach is just insane. Yaps are perfect position here on Shaker.
He's going to be able to help Ori out. Ori, really smart positioning with all of those spells. We'll see whether or not they can turn this around as Zai is going to be chased down. Puppy, he's going to go down to Ori. Meanwhile, the Clockwork is kind of stuck. Zai is going to be saved by Fisher. Slowed down a little bit. That last couple of shots does land on him, and PYW's on the other side. Slowing down, Ori and the rest of the crew will try and take down Nisha's Tempest double for the extra gold. And all around a good turn by Vici Gaming. Ori, especially smart, that waning rift onto the Lich to make sure he can't get Sinister Gazed.
And in that whole fight, until the end, DY was level 5, minute 12:30, which is pretty unusual this patch. Usually teams make sure that whichever support is struggling the most gets the tome and the other one takes a lane, but he had a bit of catching up to do. Fortunately for him, that fight helped out a lot. He's now close to level 7. It's a really nice level to hit for the Treant. You get them maxed out. Nature's Grasp most likely. Just sit there in that wave, push it out safely. That bit more effectively. And yeah, Vici Gaming with a very quick turnaround. This puck hero has been so good for the teams that really use it well. It's it like feels broken when you watch it sometimes, but it really is just, it's a communication hero in my opinion. It's so much about understanding how to rotate for each other as a team, because most of the time Puck's like ability to solo kill isn't nearly what it was before with the other attack damage talent.
Eurus in trouble, surrounded by the Wukong's command, a clockwork on his way, good silence, but at the end of the day, he can't get out of that Wukong's command. Now with the Echo Saber, it's too strong. Oh, Sinister Gaze instantly put onto Ori. He's going to have to try and run away with the Flux still on him, and the Spark Wraith on its way. Chain Frost as well. The face shift just won't come up in time. Another great kill. PYW back over the bottom lane. Secret is everywhere right now. They're going to be able to claim him. Yang, a much harder kill to pick up, but they're still going to try for it as Zai bounces him back with the cogs. Finally, the ultimate is going to be forced. They're going to try and stick with him a little bit, just slowing him down. DY is here, though, with the Brambles, the Overgrowth. They're going to slow down these heroes underneath the tower. Their turnaround onto Zai will be successful to get that kill, but DY has to get away from the Tumba Man, whose lifesteal is allowing him to survive through with a Boundless Strike, healing him up a little bit more and claims the kill into DY. Multi-shot just in time. A jump away is not up. Yang does manage to get him with the missed coil, and a killing spree going the way of Yang for that as well.
I like this Dota. There's a lot of really good individual plays, tons of kills. Maybe Secret slightly over-aggressive there, choosing to try to go for the Abaddon in the tower after he got off the ulti. Just any rotation in there would have made their life hard, and that's exactly what happened with the Treant TPing first and then the Drow on the outpost. And just overwhelming them there in the end. And that's a big kill for Eurus to get as well. Matumba Man is top net worth. A lot of benefit for Vici in that engagement.
Yeah, that's particularly scary because that's their two teamfight heroes at the top of the net worth. It's so hard to fight into that Maelstrom Arc Warden, who has it now, and then that Echo Saber Monkey King as well. Vici Gaming, they're gonna have a hard time pushing towers, that's for sure. But we'll see as they all push into mid lane, and Secret, they may be not ready to contest this. They are going to get the Fissure onto Ori, but they're still stuck underneath the coil. They're going to be able to get the Doom onto the real Arc Warden here. Yang pursuing, trying to chase him down with a multi-shot going out as well. The Chain Frost a little off the mark, but Yang committing and does manage to bring down Nisha. At the end, they had Matumba Man up at that top lane. They didn't bring enough heroes to this fight. Now Secret's going to probably lose it here with the Overgrowth locked onto 2, locking onto that Clockwork, but DY at the same time, a little bit of turnaround by Yapster trying to kill him. Ori stopping that Sinister Gaze with a silent multi-shot and a missed coil. Takes down Puppy as well. Vici Gaming swarming into that mid lane, but Tumba Man finally showing up with the Echo Slam onto 2. Can they win this engagement against superior numbers? Here it's going for a big TP out, but the Fissure stops him. Only one kill though. The rest of Vici Gaming low, but still alive.
And they did get the tower, so I think you're very happy with that if you're Vici with the trade you got. You took so much advantage of Monkey King not being there and just played very confidently and aggressively there, knowing he couldn't connect. And well, I did say before, Puck doesn't have the best solo kill potential anymore without the level 10 damage talent, but you know what will help is a laser stick. That extra 400 magic damage will certainly allow him to maybe burst a hero like Lich on his own, without needing so much help, or just be that extra little bit of damage needed to take down Nisha. Love this play from Secret though.
It's so cool to me how Secret always bounces back from maybe a fight that they lose or something like that, but they always read timings and say, okay, they're out of position or they don't have certain ultimates. We can take a big objective like a mid tower, like a Roshan here. And now with Nisha having an Aegis, these team fights are going to get real difficult for Vici Gaming. Can they do it again? Can they outposition Secret one more time?
Oh, that's a good item to find on Arc Warden. You love that one. Attack range and minus magic resistance. Perfect for that hero.
Oh, hookshot. Locking down DY, as you said. One of the better heroes against Stream Protector, as you do have a physical area to hold him in. He can't just walk away in those trees, so good pick.
It's a big item on the way for Drow here. Almost completing the Hurricane Pike. Multiple purposes in this game. I think you need 2 or 3 Force Staffs on Vici Gaming's lineup, honestly. You're playing against Monkey King ulti, you're playing against Clockwork, and you're playing against Fissure. You need to be able to reposition your entire lineup most of the time. So the other item that works is obviously BKB. This one on the way for Doom. Oh well. being built. If it was on the way, they would be in a really good spot.
You're gonna run into Zai here, instantly dooming him, dagging a little bit extra damage to make sure he dies. They're also gonna try and catch this backline. Yapzor does break the coil to try and run away. Does also have that shadow amulet to be able to protect him. They didn't realize where he went. He got around the tree, so they thought he actually escaped away. Nice hold there from the overgrowth to make sure that Puppey dies, and they caught the Monkey King. What a disaster that would have been if they don't catch those extra heroes. Sweet juke by Yapzor, though. Really sick.
Yeah, usually you would see at least the fade time on the Shadow Amulet, and that would kind of give it away. But I think he started fading in the fog, or they didn't notice. And I'm sure we're going to see it on the replay right here.
Just that one tree that he's able to get around.
They did see the fade.
A little bit of fade, but they must have assumed that he broke it right away and ran into the trees instead of just chilling there.
Yeah, they might have thought he got a little bit further with that orb cast, but he couldn't. He just stopped in his tracks, right? That's what you usually do with Shadow Amulet. You walk a little bit. They didn't have any detection on them, I think, so the orb wouldn't have killed him regardless, but it looks cooler. It's always nice. Style points.
Zai also survived from that Doom Dagon, just not enough damage. But I do appreciate that Vici Gaming kind of identified, okay, that hero's out of the fight, let's try and catch another and another. And maybe they didn't catch Yapzor, but in the end they got Matumba Man a much bigger bounty, as he is the top net worth hero.
And it's surprised he chose to stick around. You've got a Doom Clockwork running out of the fight, and you have your Shaker on like a beat stick of health. That fight was kind of over. Maybe they were hoping for some heroic turnaround with Echo Slam and everything, or rather, he wasn't expecting to be found.
And that kind of smoke rotation is perfect to set up an advantage for the outposts and bounties. They already control both, but on top of that, the Monkey King will be dead as that crucial timer comes up. So
you have to concede this a secret. Don't try to fight for them. You're not winning.
Well,
okay.
He doesn't agree with you, Sin, and we'll see if he pays for it. Anybody to stop him? Nobody from Vici Gaming is going to choose to take that.
Okay. I think a simple Doom running in with an Infernal Blade might have stopped that. They were probably scared of how much it was going to cost them. I think losing one support for this outpost might be worth it. But it's a Doom. Like, Doom could have stopped that 100%.
Doom could have stopped that. They also could have gotten the river bounty. There's no Monkey King. Who's going to...
Showing a lot of respect there. I'm surprised that Secret got to take that one, but obviously Drow wasn't in the neighborhood. Maybe they felt like this 4-on-4 is going to be too difficult. It was too high risk. Vici has historically been a pretty stable team. Like if there's a high risk, high reward, or a low risk, low reward play, they will generally take the secondary one in these mid game situations. They have become a more aggressive team as of late, of course, but still, it's that's a hard-learned skill.
Yes.
The cost-benefit of Dota is very difficult to get right every time.
I think the one part where sometimes you don't go for the low-risk reward is the option of trying to save each other.
Yeah.
I feel like Vici Gaming, when they have messy games, they get into that save a friend syndrome where one pick-off turns into 2 or 3 because they're always trying to bail each other out. But that same kind of concept is what makes them so good at team fighting often.
When it's good, it's good. When it's bad, it's bad. It will generally look either amazing or terrible when you do that stuff. It is one of those things that just flat out throws games where you're in a good position, but it can also be the true way of winning, like playing around these borderline clutch saves where all cooldowns are expended.
What do you think about this build from DY? Opting for a sustained build is building into mech and team fight items rather than the Meteor Hammer that we see to focus on split pushing.
I think we were talking about, oh wait a second.
Echo Slam leading off. They had the Balance Strike to follow it up as well. Just so much chain stun that Ori doesn't stand a chance.
He would have actually lived if that Monkey King stun didn't clip the treant. I think the overgrowth saved him there.
Yeah.
That was really close. And they didn't even know. Like, that was super close to working out. Speak of saving a friend, that would have been one of the clutch moments, but he was nearby, but that connected just the way they needed it to.
The puck down for 30 seconds. They're going to try and take this mid-tier 2. Yang on the front lines, taking all this damage. He still has his ultimate and the rest of his boys to join him. They just want to be able to push Secret. It doesn't matter how much damage this tier 2 takes as long as it doesn't die, because then DY can heal it back up. And sure enough, they are able to push Secret back.
Oh, Puppey's in trouble. They saw him on a sentry ward.
Yeah,
he has decent move speed. That'll save you.
Nice.
So, yeah, to answer your question about the mech, we were talking about how we think Vici Gaming should buy Pipe and maybe Crimson as well. They have the Pipe on the Abaddon. You're getting these Greaves probably completed on the Treant, and Doom did not go for a Crimson, so they're not getting it at all. They're getting the other auras. It just seems like a very solid approach. You're playing against Monkey King and Arc Warden. There's so much AoE damage just being dealt constantly. Get anything that mitigates and keeps your team afloat. It's also a hard game to use Meteor Hammer in, I feel like. There's so many random things that can hit you while you're channeling it. You can get Fissure, Clockwork, First Spell, Monkey King Stun.
And maybe not the best game for you to try and split push, with Clockwork being so effective at catching you, with Monkey King potentially being able to do the same.
Absolutely.
And it really leads into our original idea of this game for Vici Gaming. Hit that mid game hard. You just have to run them over about 30 minutes, get that second Roshan, take a high ground.
I personally find this Meteor Hammer to be a little bit overrated on Treant. I think a lot of people buy it just every game because it feels good, right? You're in the trees, you can get that clutch stun, but just as many times it's like, if you either get caught by anything, or if you're not in the perfect position, or the enemy team is spread out nicely, it can feel like a very low impact item for its cost. Like you could have had an aura, you could have had a repositioning item like Dagger or Force Staff for your team. So it's, high risk, high reward item. Well, guess what?
Well, Vici Gaming, they're not about that
life. Take the mech. Yeah. I'm just happy to see it because I feel like that item build gets autopiloted way too much on this hero.
I really thought PYW was going to go for the Blink, then Centaur Stun build, but opting for the BKB.
Somebody's got to go in front and get in. They have Yang though, who could take that upon himself, but maybe they feel like, okay, if we have two fat boys in front, then Drow has a lot of a buffer. And if PYW, the good thing about BKB here is if you can get in and Doom either Arc Warden, Monkey King, or I would say the Shaker, if you can just flat out run in, start the fight, and threaten, the enemy team can't really just run away when they're facing Tree and Puck, right? If the fight just breaks out and you go in, if you do it with a dagger, you can get counterplayed and killed. If you do it with BKB here, you're not going to die, right? While it's running. So I think he will get dagger regardless, probably as his next item, but
it's a little bit of like a Slardar sort of concept. You just want to get on top of somebody with the BKB, ensure that you can stay on top of them.
Yep. Oh, that's a good item.
Oh, that's not too shabby for Drow Ranger.
So correct me if I'm wrong, multi-shot cannot proc any orbs, right?
Right.
At all. Okay. That would be sick if it put orb. Don't get any ideas, Ice Frog. I know you're watching.
16 to 15, a 3,000 net worth lead for Vici Gaming, but its Secret seemed to have a little bit more control of the map, or maybe that's just because Zai is pretty far forward here, and he may be very tanky, but not much he can do with the Doom. Looks like bottom lane, they also found Eurus at the same time, so Secret will take that exchange, I'm sure. An offlaner for the safe lane of Vici Gaming.
Especially considering what was expended, right? You used Doom and Coil.
Yeah.
And the Drow was kind of just a free pick. They didn't use anything. Nothing major, at least.
Full mobility for Yapsor. The Blink Dagger first, Shadow Blade and Spider Legs. Anything to make sure that he can get into that back line, catch that puck or that Drow Ranger at the start of a fight. Oh, Telescope for Drow Ranger team.
Not bad. Attack range, pretty good on Drow last I checked. How much attack range does Drow have? So Drow has 765 before Telescope. How much is it gives again?
I think it's like 125, 150?
150. That's long range. That's close to what Sniper would have with max taking. So.
But at the end of the day, he still has a problem with that magnetic field, with that bubble from the Arc Warden.
He will need MKB eventually.
Yeah.
At least the matchup has changed quite a bit in Drow's favor compared to before because you have multi-shot, right? In the past, you were just like completely hard countered. All you had was your ranged right clicks with Precision Aura instead, and you had to get that MKB. It seems like other things are possible. Puppy in the right place at the right time. Helps when you're just AFK in there. Eventually it'll spawn, right?
We'll see if DY. He's going to cut down a tree, see if he can get some vision. Throws the brambles into the pit. but they need some actual vision of Roshan. That's where Ori's going to come into play. Gets his orb inside of there, but Roshan's so low, they're not going to be able to get inside in time, especially with Zai blocking off that pathway. So Vici Gaming now going to have to play against an Aegis and Cheese. Seems like they're very relaxed about this. Maybe they view that their late game will actually be a bit stronger than we're giving credit for. I mean, Draw Ranger lineups late game are actually always kind of crazy and super dangerous, but they also have like this 4-position Doom that's very clearly trying to turn into a core.
Yeah, the thing you don't have, though, you don't really have any other right-click hero that truly benefits from Drow's ulti, right?
Yeah.
Puck, it's okay, but it's not your Shadow Fiend or Viper or whatever later on.
Puck has been disappointing late game ever since the 90 damage talent at level 15. Ever since that went away. And it's now just a 30 damage, which many people don't even take, because now it's better to go for the magic damage build rather than a right-click build. Ori, Spidey the Monkey King, Matama Man actually jumping down, does have an Aegis as well as a BKB, so Vici Gaming may not commit fully to this one, an overgrowth that only lands on the Lich as the Glimmer Cape protects him. Into the back line, Eurus already being found by the Zai Clockwork, and the turnaround here is Matama Man activating his BKB. He's already taken out Ori on the side. PYW does manage to find the real Arc Warden, but it doesn't matter with so many heroes here, unless Eurus can lend a hand here. PYW continuing to chase with the help of DY as well, but the BKB is going to wear out eventually, and that's where Yapstor instantly hits him with the stun, and that is enough to allow Nisha to disengage. In fact, he wants to go back, and he knows Vici Gaming's on the back foot. Yang will be an inevitable victim to this Clockwork, who locks him inside the cogs. 3 dead on the side of Vici Gaming, and I believe they kept their Aegis intact. They didn't lose a single hero.
Yeah. They also kept their cheese. They lost absolutely nothing there, Secret. Vici Gaming kind of caught in this weird limbo where they're somewhat forced to fight. If they try to back off, they're going to get caught by all this chasing potential of Monkey King and Shaker. So they do stand their ground and fight, but they wasted an overgrowth, right? Like, you start the fight overgrowthing. He knows it doesn't hit Invis heroes, hopefully. Missing that mark there on the Monkey King. He gets the Lich, only didn't get anything out of it. Oh, Zai even finds a stray Treant in the top half, trying to take up the outpost.
His team doesn't need him for this push, so he goes, defends the outpost. After all, Secret's going to play this patiently. They're not going to try and force the high ground, especially against a Dro Treant Protector lineup. Unless you could take the tier 3, it's not even worth touching it. At this point, Secret looked to be in a pretty comfortable lead. Almost getting caught out here. In fact, Will, he activates the BKB, Boundless Strength, the 2 of them. He still has that Aegis as well, so Team Secret could try and make their way over here, as Nisha does. The BKB expended by PYW makes things even. Now a gem for the Treant Protector. It seems like they feel the need to get any kind of map control they can get at this point. It's a pick off on Puppy, gets the Draw Ranger to level 20, so there's a decent power spike, the plus 35% multi-shot damage.
I'm curious what's going to happen in this game once BKB start dropping lower. So Monkey King is down to 8 seconds. Is anybody else on Secret even going to buy one? I'm not sure. So far, it doesn't seem like it.
Top man, the Wukong's man is going to be able to surround the Doom. Yaps are following up, keeping him chain stunned, basically. That's going to be killed right off the bat. Now, Yang, he's going to be fine, at least initially, but they can certainly chase for quite some time. Vici Gaming thought they were going to go for TPs in. Instead, they go for TPs out, and perhaps just leaving Yang behind. Pops his ultimate, but he has a long ways to go, sadly. And Matama Man has infinite chase. So unless he can somehow juke through the trees, which seems unlikely, especially with Zai the other side of things, then he will fall as well. 2 down.
Of all things, the power cog's got the...
Hey, Eurus. Money too. Eurus in trouble. Echo Slam just to seal the deal. 2 becomes 3, and all of a sudden Vici Gaming's base is looking very exposed.
Yeah, they kind of missed. They had this mid-game timing that their lineup really wanted to hit, and Secret just played super well around, especially the Monkey King, as well as the Clockwork, I want to say, just making so much space in fights. The longer they draw out, the harder it gets for Vici Gaming. When the BKBs are expended, eventually you're going to struggle against Shaker Stuns, Arc Warden. And there's some range right there.
These long-range stuns are such a great way to start fight. Fissure plus Boundless Strike. I always found that to be such an obnoxious. Your traditional positioning for fights is a little bit ruined by those two leading stuns, and one lane of barracks turns to two as Vici Gaming are not going to buy back on the Drow Ranger. After all, they don't have a Tree Protector, and they pretty much need everybody to successfully defend. Aghanim Scepter for Clockwork, so now he can really stay on top of that Drow Ranger. Hookshot is not just going to be defeated by that Hurricane Pike. Oh, they do manage to grab PYW inside the cogs with the Wukong's command out, but does manage to get out of there with his BKB to safety. Yang gonna have to be careful there, as the Silver Edge on the Arc Warden means that his automatic trigger of Borrowed Time can be disabled.
Yeah, do they have any silence to do the full combo? I don't think they do yet. No silences. Eventually a Bloodthorn is obviously a possibility, or a Hex.
Yep.
Oh, a silence.
I like that. So I'm thinking about a Blink Dagger. Just any kind of mobility he can to make the best use of the double hook shots and double cogs. It's going to be really tough for this Drow Ranger to always try and extricate herself from these team fights. 400 Fissure range just for that extra little bit of poke and prod that Secrets lineup has against a Vici Gaming lineup that really needs to commit to a team fight. Butterfly trying to be built by Eurus, but it's a long ways away, and with the 14,000 net worth lead and only one lane of barracks to go, it looks like Team Secret, they're feeling it right now. They are just marching down the top lane with the full 5-man. Wonder if they're actually going to try and commit to a push at all, or wait till they get a pick off. There's no rush for this team after all.
Yeah, they can take it easy. The next Aegis will be in half a minute to 3.5 minutes. So you can control the map until then, get that huge advantage. If you get Aegis Cheese Refresher or Aghanims, you should be able to close out this game. So
from your perspective, is that Roshan kind of the last hill that Vici Gaming has to try and defend? Do they have to go for that steal?
I think they're going to go and fight that, and if they lose, they're going to GG out.
Yeah.
And because if you don't, like you're kind of just waiting to lose, right? I don't think there's anything, any saving grace for their lineup defensively where WoW Secret's suddenly just going to lose a fight. They can just put 2 magnetic fields down, start hitting the tower with an Arc Warden with Aegis. And, I mean, you got to do something, right?
Yeah, so maybe if you had MKB or if you had all 3 lanes of barracks still up, you could play for high ground defenses. After all, Drow lineups are really good at that. But with only 1 lane of barracks and this much of an advantage, Secret, as soon as they get close to your base, it's going to be there in the back of your head. They could just full commit, take megas, even if they die. You'll be at too much of a disadvantage to be able to fight back any further. Rocket Flare damage for Zai as his levels have been going swimmingly.
This is by the way, an awesome neutral item in Clockwork. We haven't really talked about the Craggy Coat, but... I did go.
Already a bit low on some of their heroes. Fortunately, Vlad's and neutral creeps will allow them to heal back up. And Roshan is now a go. Team Secret.
Yours is close to it. Almost has the rapier. I honestly don't think it's the right item. I think MKB might almost be. I mean, for the sake of multi-shot, maybe it's just a Hail Mary play.
I mean, you did kind of say if you lose this Roshan fight, the game's over, right? Yeah. If you buy MKB, then you wouldn't have buyback gold.
Yeah, I mean, I'm strictly talking MKB against Rapier. Oh, yeah, Rapier has True Strike. I'm being stupid.
Yeah.
It's the new Rapier. Hey. Yo, 2020. Rapier's True Strike. Okay, it's definitely the right item. I think everything I just said.
To be fair, Synderen, how long have you played Dota? Like close to 20 years now?
I started last week.
Well, I could tell, but...
Yeah, okay. Yeah, now that it does have True Strike, it's the best. Because now it really is the way to go then. Because you needed a True Strike item more than anything, and you are in the position where you're all in. So 100% the right thing to do. And, well, you're all in. The Roche is happening.
The worst part is Secret, they don't have to do this, Roshan. They could, smoke up, wrap around on you or something. Vici Gaming, their ideal fight would be Secret committing to the Roche and intercepting them halfway through doing it. But instead, Secret are going to go for that smoke play. They're not going to play on the low ground. They're not going to play on the pit. They're going to try and take that high ground that Vici Gaming was playing on away from them, or at least neutralize it by being on the high ground themselves. Vici Gaming actually pushing away from this area, and if anything, if they get too far away from their base, Secret could poke at it, force Vici Gaming back, or maybe get a pick off here on Ori, who's trying to push out that top lane, but the hook shot is there to make sure he stays stunned, and is now dead for 80 seconds, no buyback.
That's a big one. That's the control that they need to allow Drow to just hit into heroes the whole fight. He was not expecting that Secret would be up there. Thought they would be playing around the Roshan pit and staying tight, but they had a really good read that going up there would maybe get them a kill, or at least force a rotation back onto that tower. And now they don't even have to fight for it.
No.
There you go. How easy is that?
You said the control from Puck is all important, and Vici Gaming agree with you. That's why they're going to play the high ground, wait till he's back up. Does mean Aegis, Cheese, and an Aghanim's Blessing, so we can do the Rune Forge. This early on to the game, if the game does stall out, plenty of bounty runes for you, but even something simple as spawning a double damage is a great way to break the base.
Yep. What did he spawn the first time?
I didn't see it. Bounty rune. Very first try.
Oh, okay.
But Man leading the way, just spawning some of those statues, making it a little bit harder for Vici Gaming. There's the first round of multi-shot, so you get an idea of what kind of damage that does. An aggressive first snap, now a defensive one. Does manage to get Man back out. They need to be able to bring down his agents without serious commitment. They do manage to get the Doom onto the Arc Warren, but at the same time, Zai in and out with the refresher from the Aghanim Scepter. Now Man on his second life gets off the Wukong's command. Surrounding PYW, they have the Coil on the back lines, but nobody can really get there, and Eurus, he's a little bit low. Hit by the Echo Slam, does manage to get off his BKB, but now he's been bashed up. The Overgrowth is going to be able to buy him time here. Eurus trying to fight during his BKB. He needs that damage because nobody else can really deliver it. As you can see, Nisha, Ori's trying to get that kill out of Yapsor, can't quite do it. Yang drops low, a Phonic Shield just in time. Tempest Double is not going to be able to take down Yang, but the Megas are going to be coming soon if Vici Gaming can't find a way to push back Nisha and Man. All of them healing up right now, but that's just it. Vici Gaming not even going to try for another fight, even with the Divine Rapier still in hands. They know it's all over. It's all Secret for game one.
Really felt like Secret had superior map movements. They took some really, really good fights. It was very close for a long time, and then they suddenly just exploded from 2 good fights in a row, getting
Take something from your enemy. Something precious. 5 seconds. Prepare for battle.
Yes. A position of power. Forward. Your prayer answered. Very good.
30 seconds.
Onward. I ordain it. Sound advice. Onward.
It's on now, Dex.
I ordain it.
Hope you enjoy the show.
Forward. To battle. Sound advice. Yes. A position of power. Denied. Very good. God take it away. Your prayer answered. Onward. Sound advice. A position of power. I ordain it. By my whisker. Forward. Very good.
Gago tong sniper dito sa baba. Putang ina.
To battle.
Shit.
Your prayer answered. Yes. 4. To battle. Your prayer answered. I obey.
Ito yun.
For you.
First blood spells!
Onward.
First victim.
Sound advice. Very good. By Zeus. Position of power. Yes. Onward. To battle. God giveth you peace. A divine infusion. A position of power. Very good. Forward. Yes. I ordain it. Sound advice.
Basta makabunal ng animal.
Your prayer answered. Yes. To battle. Attack! Enough is as good as a feast. Onward. A position of power. I ordain it. Your prayer answered.
Radiant's courier has been killed. Strange. It's somehow less pathetic than death.
Sound advice. Very good. Good God, man. I'm under attack. A position of power. Do not be selfish. Yes.
Jackpot.
I ordain it. Very good. Your prayer answered. Sound. Resist and perish. To battle. Forward. To battle. A position of power. Not so fast.
Stun.
Your prayer answered. The heavens seem closer now. Very good. God help you now. Onward. I ordain it. Sound advice. Yes. Forward. I ordain it. Your prayer answered. A position of power. Very good. Beware. Sound advice. To battle. Yes. Onward. Forward. Sound advice. In your bed. I obey. A position of power. God, old friends, so selfie.
You realize our little tower's under attack? You're right, Jax. They really should do something about that.
God Soups. Back for more. Forward. For God's sake. Yes. I'm not ready. Your prayer answered. God's wrath. Very good. To battle. By my whiskers, that's good stuff.
Run!
A position of power. Heaven help you. Forward. Sound advice.
Zeus!
Your prayer answered.
You know that all-important little tower of yours? Yeah, it's in there.
Yes.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Very good. Battle. Very good. Yes. Oh, ye of little faith. Your prayer answered. Sound advice. battle. Onward. I ordain it. A position of power. A position of power. Yes. Middle is missing. Your prayer answered. Onward. Very good. I ordain it. To battle. Sound advice.
Your bottom tower is under attack. Where are the reinforcements?
A position of power.
Na, wala mga damage ang puta.
Forward.
Walang mana.
It's not time. The heavens seem close. I ordain it. Yes.
Defend your middle tower.
To battle.
Your middle tower is under attack. Looks like the end of a beautiful And here's a fortification from Radiant.
Sound advice.
You think Dire's fortification will work, Jax? You realize our middle tower is under attack?
Midor sa skill. Skill! What the fuck, skill?
Unit mortals.
Skill 1, oh, sniper!
I ordain it. Onward. To battle. Yes. Reach for the sky. Forward.
Long! Putang ina!
Your prayer answered.
GG.
I ordain it. Very good. Yes. Sound advice. A position of
Your middle tower is under attack. Generally the other way around.
forward. Onward. Battle. You can't run from heaven.
You realize our middle tower's under attack?
Yes. Your prayer answered. A position of power.
Ingat ha, ingat ha. Sige lang, may assist ako.
Sound.
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen.
Very good. Onward. I ordain it.
Killing spree!
I'm not ready.
My metal will never die.
To battle. Your prayer
Your
and
bottom tower is under attack.
God take it away. I'm not ready.
Defend your bottom tower.
TP bot isa.
Divine.
Tuwan pa TP isa.
So, what are your feelings around having a top tower? Defend your top tower. You know, Jax could take care of that.
Nice. Nice boy, nice.
Oh, ye of little faith. Very good. Sound advice.
Tagal po.
Greetings, my friend. Yes. Onward. A position of power. Forward. Sound advice. Very good. To battle. You wish you were never strong.
Defend your middle tower.
It's not
Why does
hard.
that tower even try?
A position of power.
Your top
Beware.
tower is under attack.
Yes.
Radiant structures are fortified.
TP bot.
Hey,
TP bot.
take a look at your bot.
Kill bot.
Your
Sige na.
and forward. Onward.
Bottom tower's bending.
Kaya kasi ayaw mag-TP yung mga hayop na yun eh.
To battle.
Tangina, GG boy.
Retribution. Sound advice. Your prayer answered. Yes. Lucky Scepter to know the touch of a Yes. Very good.
Your middle tower never loved you.
To battle. Yes. Your prayer answered. God give you the will. Sound advice. Onward. Forward.
Defend your top tower.
Very good. A position of power.
Both.
Your prayer answered. Onward. It's not time. Yes. I ordain it. Very good.
Sige. Go.
God
Blink.
help you now. A position of power. Sound advice. A position of power. To battle. Your prayer answered. I ordain it. Yes. Forward. Onward. Very good. Sound advice. Onward. Very good.
Lock. Arcane.
Position of power.
Arcane.
I ordain it. Not yet. It's not time yet. Sound advice. Forward. To battle. Your prayer answered. Yes.
Go.
I ordain it.
Wala yan, no? ES.
This will come in handy.
A position of power.
B, basag ta mid.
Jackpot.
Basag mid, guys.
Sound. To battle. Yes. Forward.
Your top tower is under attack.
Very good. Your prayer answered. For God's sake. Onward. I ordain it. To battle. Sound impulse. Very good. I'm not ready. Your prayer answered. Forward. A position of power.
TP.
Killing spree!
Nice!
A position of power.
Nice.
Yes.
Radiant structures are fortified. Your top tower is under attack.
A pivot. Sound advice.
Dire structures are fortified.
Your prayer.
Where's the enemy's middle tower? No, I know, Jax. I was just...
Onward. Forward. To battle. Very good. Very good. Your prayer answered. Onward. God may after battle.
Double kill!
Baksa.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Forward. To battle.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
A position of power.
Hey, take a look at your bottom tower.
Yes. To battle.
Defend your bottom tower.
Sound advice. Very good.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
A position of power. I ordain it. Your prayer answered. Forward.
Tra, all bot. Stick bot.
Onward.
Stick bot, guys.
A position of power. That's good stuff. Yes. To battle. Sound advice. Your prayer answered. Well, that would be a tribute. Very good.
Double kill!
Onward. I ordain it. Forward. Your prayer answered. I ordain it.
Sige. Layatin na, layat. Nice.
Under the
The veiled oracle chose you.
Stun!
Double kill!
Utang ina. Kunat ng gago.
Defend your top tower. Top tower's been denied. Watch the world crumble and burn. Radiant just fortified.
TP bot.
Divine intervention. Forward.
Defend your bottom tower.
A position of
I hope
power.
you protect your base more faithfully than your bottom
Tangin na,
tower.
walang nag-TP.
Bye. To battle.
Wards.
Very good.
Akin mo na mga ano. EG nitong clockwork.
I'm not ready.
Pinarang kulang eh.
Enough is as good as a feast.
Gay.
Yes.
Carebot. Bot, kinuha mo nga farm ko. O kasi kunin yung farm. And sige, palagan nyo. Huwag nyo takbuhan. Isa lang yan. Sige. Sige lang. Buti. Tayo.
Very good.
Tumakbo, boy.
Sound advice.
Naman kayo, takbo ng takbo.
To battle. Reach for the sky. Onward. I will take. A position of power. Not so fast. Yes. Your prayer answered.
Tangina, hoy!
Forward.
GG, wala mo na nag-TP. Yatay, manindulaan eh. Yawa.
To battle. Forward. I ordain it. Onward. Sound advice. Yes. Very good. A position of power. Onward. To battle. Your prayer answered.
Pag walang sumasama sa akin, mamamatay ako nito.
Tower is under attack.
Kaya ang kunat ko na eh. Ang sakit, ang kati-kati ko na. Tapos,
Position of power.
wala akong kasama. Mamatay din ako.
Very
Hindi ako
good.
sinasamahan. Alam nyo guys, ang kati-kati ko na eh. Samahan nyo ako. Eh, yung akin oh.
Yes.
Sobrang kati na nung akin. Hindi nyo ako sinasamahan. Putang ina naman eh. Pakahirap ako mag-farm tapos hindi nyo ako sasamahan.
Forward.
Hoy! Samahan nyo kasi ako. Putang ina naman eh.
To battle.
Alang nga kayo dyan. Talo to. GG.
Very good.
Dyer's courier is so dead.
Tangina, talo na naman.
Your top tower is under attack.
You'll always be my chum.
Ina nyo! Shit!
Killing spree.
Sabing samahan nyo ako eh.
Heaven help.
Kantado ang puta.
Spree. Double kill.
Onward.
Samahan nyo kasi ako. Putang ina naman eh. Wisit.
Position of power. Sound. Yes. Forward.
Tang ina. Brat.
Battle. Yes.
Defend your top tower.
Onward. It's not time. You wish you were never spawned. I ordain it.
Ay na, hindi nyo ako sasamahan.
Forward. Very good. Scythe of Vice. Your prayer answered.
Sige, palag. Palagan nyo.
A position of power. Sound advice. Not yet. Forward. Sound advice. Not
Spree.
Sige ah. Huwag atras.
That's what I call stopping power.
a position of power. It's not.
Stun niya.
Double kill.
Battle. Your prayer.
Dominate. Own it.
I obey. Good God, man. I'm under attack. But, yes, I am holding it now.
Ayun o.
Answer. Yes. A position of power.
Mega kill.
Sound advice.
Returned from ancient darkness.
Very good. I ordain it. To battle.
Ito, patay na. Back mo na. Andyan na PE. Back na. Andyan na PE. Back.
Onward. To battle.
This will come in handy.
Yes. Your prayer answered. Divine engagement. 4. Onward. Invisibility. A position of power.
Ares. Ay, wag. Wag muna. Sige lang, bot lang.
Very good.
Sa katuloy.
Sound advice.
Uy. 200.
I ordain it.
Nga taga record tower tanga.
Very good. 4.
Kunot ko na, oh.
Lane ka, para Hindi sa lane mo. Bottom.
I'm not ready.
Sige.
You realize milk powers in there?
Back na.
Push.
Back na.
Onward.
TPE sa top, be.
A position of power.
Ha?
Your prayer answered. I ordain it.
Atag na pagkatoro pa rin.
A position of power. To battle.
Ares.
Onward.
Ay, naunsa ka, oy.
Ares.
Gis
Your
ganing
prayer
solo.
answered. Sound advice.
Kadulot na yung hero.
Ares, oy, asa naman mo?
Sige, ares ka lang dira. Naunsa man ka, oy. Palawan ka na.
Very good. Your prayer
Kaya man mo na hadlok man ka.
Very good.
Boto kong mana, gatay.
Yes. Forward.
Radiant's focus on
Tipi dito, pauli.
Jax, I don't know if the stories are true.
Hadlok man ka mares na tunat like.
Position of power.
Huwag mo na, Adlock. Gusto ko na ikaw nito.
To battle.
Det sa mo, det.
I ordain it. Onward. Sound advice. I ordain it. Your
Bantay ha, wala sila.
A position of power. Very good.
Ako na, be. Ako sana ya. Ako sana.
Form. To battle.
Oh, you found me.
Yes.
Sige, sige, sige. Sige, sige ha.
Own it!
Sound advice. I'm not ready.
One down.
Yes.
Ay, lihat yun. Atay.
Form.
Lihat ba?
In a position of power.
Ah.
I obey. To battle. Fair answer. Onward. Yes. Sound.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen. Hey, take a look at your bottom tower.
Very good.
TP bottom,
Radiant
TP.
just fortified. Dire just fortified. Your bottom tower is under attack.
I ordain it. Position of power.
Well. Enemy's middle tower is fallen.
Yes. It's not time yet. Attack.
The enemy's middle barracks has fallen.
Not yet.
The enemy's middle barracks has fallen. Burn it all down.
Your prayer.
Killing spree.
Not yet. To battle.
Your top tower is under attack.
Form.
Your top tower is under attack.
Tabo, tap.
Very good.
Face and tap.
Sound advice.
The enemy's bottom tower is fallen.
I ordain it. Oh, ye of little faith.
This will come in
A
handy.
position of power. Sound advice. Yes. Onward. God, give it to me.
Boom, there it goes.
Very good. Yes.
All bot, be, all bot.
Your prayer answered.
Spree. Own it.
I ordain it. God's wrath. Position of power. Forward.
Dominate.
Uy, is bulok.
Yes.
Defend your top tower.
To battle. Ah.
Your top tower is under attack.
God, not too bad.
Your top
Sound.
tower is under attack. Your top tower has fallen.
Sige. Sukli.
I ordain it.
Hindaga ng iis. Atay.
A position of power.
Dagan, nunay. Ay, dagan.
A position
Tol.
of power. Good God, man. I'm under attack. Very good. A divine infuse. That's all it
Dagan,
takes to
manggoday.
kill you.
Piste, maninyawa. Bisit. Dagan, manong giatay noon. Mugi. Chika lang.
To battle. Onward. Your prayer answered. Sound advice. Yes. I ordain it. Yes. Forward.
End na to ni end. Sunod. Nigbuhi na ako.
To battle. Your prayer answered. Very good. Sound advice. A position of power. Objective. Onward.
Invisibility!
By my whisker. Very good.
Tara, ares.
I
Nag-ares sila. Ares ha.
Sound advice. Yes.
Tanawa lagi ni. Ay, stand guys. Putang ina.
See closer.
End na.
Position of power. To battle.
End na. Sobrang habo. Sobrang long game na oh. End na.
Attack.
Sobrang long game na. End na natin to.
Whatever spawn.
Dire structures are fortified.
I'm under attack. Your prayer.
Your enemy will attack. The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
Very good.
Yeah, yusin mo na ako. Yusin mo na ako.
Ancient and destroyed. It's your turn to ban.
Repair ko nan, tiga. Busog, tiga.
10 seconds.
Kisay Maya. Yawa, mid lane man ko.
5 seconds.
Tina, support. Pick support.
Make the right choice. Or you might not
Takaw
like what
si
comes next.
Flynn. Ee.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds.
Pick na ya. Yeah.
I trust you know what you're doing.
Patay, GG. GG, kuha ni sa mid.
5 seconds.
Putang ina, GG ako sa mid nito. Patay ko kay Spectra eh. Ember.
I know what life is worth.
Paspasin mo kay team
This
ya.
is where you prove yourself. Well, not me. Already made up my mind. And it isn't good. Time to go.
Yes. With all my heart.
"30 seconds to battle. You know the best part? No matter what, we get to watch somebody lose.
Swiftly now.
Okay, Jinx, battle's starting. Keep an eye out for an easy mud.
Show me where I can do the most good. For the greater good. With a will. give it my all. Time is short. I'll risk it. An honor. Duty calls. Yes. A stronger sacrifice. Willingly. At once. I'll give it my all. For the greater good. With all my heart. Willingly. Yes. A meager offer. This power will not go to waste. Swiftly now. With a will. Time is short.
Ooh, Dyer's courier is so dead. Impressive in impotent.
First blood! The gods were right to place their trust in me. Lose my way. At once. Duty calls. An honor. The potential for sacrifice is great. A quickening. With all my heart. Sacred speed. Is that all? I'll give it my all. Yes. Attack! Swiftly now. Willingly.
Lovely.
With all my will.
Let's get it.
With a will.
Your middle tower is
For the
under
greater
attack.
good.
Dire just for...
An honor. Yes. Mm-hmm. Time is short. Duty calls. More to give. Yes. With all my heart. Steady on! In pain is power. At once. Willingly. An honor.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
I'll give it my all. Duty calls. Small offering. With a will. Yes. For the greater good. Yes. Swiftly now. Yes. Time is short. Get over it!
Summer night.
I'm gonna cut you off.
I'll give it my all. Time is short. For the greater good. With all my heart. Yes. Willingly. With a will.
Radiant's courier is dead. Killing spree!
At once. I'd stake my life on it. Yes. Yes.
Ha ha ha!
Swiftly.
It's working!
At once! With a will! I'll give it my all.
Domination!
Weigh your fate. To the Nothal realm, my gratitude! In fate's hands.
I'm breaking your dead, flyboy! Your middle tower is under attack.
You're right, Jax. They really
Radiant
should do
structures
something
are
about that.
fortified. Dire just fortified.
I have so much more to give! For the greater good!
Assassin.
Time is short. 'Tis good to give. With all my heart. No reprieve. Yes. There can never be too much sacrifice. An honor. Time is short. An honor. Duty calls.
Killing spree!
Swiftly now.
Killing spree! Double kill!
For the greater good. With
Your
a
bottom
will.
tower is under attack.
I'll give it my all. Willingly. At once. With all my heart.
Double kill! Defend